My wife doesn't know our kid isn't mine, and I found out the day I was supposed to sign the birth certificate. The nurse handed me the clipboard at 2:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. Ashley was in the hospital bed holding our son, Nathan, who was 3 hours old. She looked tired but happy. The nurse pointed to the line where I needed to sign to make it official. I glanced at the paper. That's when I saw it. Under medical information, there was a section about blood type. Nathan's blood type was listed as AB positive. Mine is O positive. Ashley's is O positive. I took biology in high school. I remembered enough to know that 2 O positive parents can't have an AB positive kid. It's impossible. My hand froze over the signature line. "You okay?" Ashley asked from the bed. "Yeah, just reading everything," I said. The nurse left to check on another patient. I stood there staring at those letters. AB positive. I looked at Nathan's tiny face. He had dark hair like Ashley. His nose looked like hers too. But that blood type didn't lie. My brain started doing math. 9 months ago was February. Ashley had gone to that work conference in Denver for 4 days. She'd come back with stories about boring presentations and hotel room service. We'd been trying for a baby for 6 months at that point. 2 weeks after she got back, she took a pregnancy test and it was positive. We'd celebrated. I bought sparkling cider and we told our families the next day. "Babe, you gonna sign it?" Ashley called over. I looked up. She was smiling at me. Nathan made a little noise in her arms. "Yeah, sorry, just making sure I read everything right," I said. My phone was in my jacket pocket. I pulled it out and pretended to check a message. Instead, I Googled blood type inheritance. Every result confirmed what I already knew. 2 O positive parents cannot produce an AB positive child. 0% chance. Not possible. The nurse came back in. "All set with that paperwork?" I looked at the clipboard again. The pen was still in my hand. Ashley was watching me now, her smile fading a little. "Is something wrong with the form?" the nurse asked. "No, it's fine," I said. I touched the pen to paper. My signature would make me Nathan's legal father. It would mean child support for 18 years if we ever split up. It would mean raising another man's kid. But if I didn't sign it, I'd have to explain why. Right here, right now, 3 hours after birth. Ashley shifted Nathan to her other arm. "Honey, the nurse probably has other patients." "Right, sorry," I said. The pen was an inch from the paper. I could see Ashley's parents in the waiting room through the door window. My mom was probably on her way. Everyone thought this was my son. Everyone was happy. I thought about Denver. 4 days in February. Ashley's co-worker Greg had been at that conference. She'd mentioned him a few times. He was the guy from accounting who always volunteered for out-of-state trips. "Sir, I really do need to move on to the next room," the nurse said. My hand was shaking now. Ashley definitely noticed. She put Nathan in the little hospital bassinet and started to sit up. "What's going on?" she asked. I looked at the blood types again. AB positive, O positive, O positive. The paper might as well have been screaming at me. "I just want to make sure everything's right before I sign," I said. "It's a birth certificate, not a mortgage," Ashley said. She was using her annoyed voice now. The nurse reached for the clipboard. "If you need more time to review it, I can come back in 15 minutes. "No, I'll do it now," I said. But I didn't move. I just stood there holding the pen, looking at my wife, looking at the baby that had her nose and someone else's blood type. And the nurse was staring at me, and Ashley was starting to look worried, and I knew that the next 10 seconds were going to decide the rest of my life. The pen touched the paper. Then I noticed the envelope. It was on the chair where I'd thrown my jacket, but I didn't remember it being there before. White envelope, no markings. I picked it up. Inside were printed documents, bank statements, Ashley's name, transfers to an account I didn't recognize, $500 here, $200 there, for months. Then hotel receipts from Denver, but the dates were wrong. She hadn't been there in February. She'd been there in January, March, and April too. Multiple trips I didn't know about. Then photos. Ashley with a man at restaurants, walking on a beach, his hand on her pregnant stomach. The last photo was dated 2 weeks ago. She was at his apartment. I could see the address on a visible piece of mail on his counter. And I recognized that counter because I'd been to that apartment before. It belonged to my brother. Ashley was watching me read. Her face showed she knew exactly what was in that envelope and who'd sent it. The room went completely silent except for Nathan's little baby noises. I looked at the photos again. My brother Garrett. My younger brother who I'd helped pay for community college, who'd stayed at our place for 3 months last year when he lost his job, who'd been at our house for dinner just last week holding this baby, calling me a lucky man. "Where did you get that?" Ashley's voice was different now. Not the sweet, tired new mom voice. Something harder. I didn't answer. I was looking at a photo of Garrett kissing her stomach. The timestamp said it was from 6 months ago. I'd been at work. We were supposed to be trying for a baby together. Turns out we weren't trying at all. The nurse sensed something was very wrong. I'll just come back later for that paperwork. She left quickly. Smart woman. Who gave that to you? Ashley asked. She was sitting up straighter now, not touching Nathan anymore. I found my voice. Does it matter? It's not what it looks like. I actually laughed. Couldn't help it. There are literally photos of you with my brother, with his hand on your pregnant stomach. What exactly am I supposed to think it looks like? We can talk about this at home. Not here, not now. The blood type is AB positive, I said. I'm O positive. You're O positive. That's impossible. Biologically impossible. Her face went white. She hadn't known I'd seen that part of the form. Unless you're about to tell me the hospital made a mistake, which we both know they didn't, that means Nathan isn't mine. And based on these photos, I'm guessing he's Garrett's. Ashley's mom chose that exact moment to walk in with balloons and a teddy bear. How's my favorite new mom doing? She looked between us, read the room immediately. Is everything okay? Get out, I said. Excuse me? Get out of this room right now. This is between me and Ashley. Ashley's mom looked at her daughter. Ashley nodded. Her mom backed out slowly, balloons squeaking against the doorframe. I turned back to Ashley. How long? It's complicated. How long? She wiped her eyes, but I didn't see any actual tears. A year? Maybe longer? I don't know exactly when it started. A year. We'd been married for 3 years. Together for 5. A year meant this wasn't some mistake. This was intentional, planned, ongoing. And the baby? I wasn't sure at first. I thought maybe he could be yours. We were still sleeping together. My stomach turned. You were sleeping with both of us. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like, Ashley? Explain it to me. Make it make sense. She didn't have an answer for that. Just sat there in her hospital gown, looking at the baby that wasn't mine. Who sent the envelope? She asked. I don't know, but whoever it was did me a favor. I picked up my jacket, left the clipboard with the unsigned birth certificate on the chair. Ashley started to get out of bed. Don't, I said. Stay here with your son, Garrett's son. I'm leaving. Where are you going? Anywhere but here. I walked out of that hospital room while Ashley called my name. Her mom was in the hallway looking confused. I kept walking. Down the hall, past the nurse's station, into the elevator. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely press the button for the ground floor. My mom was in the lobby with flowers. She smiled when she saw me. Where's the new baby? Can I go up? No, I said. What's wrong? Is Ashley okay? Is Nathan okay? He's fine. He's just not mine. I walked past her before she could respond. Got to my car in the parking garage, sat behind the wheel for I don't know how long, just staring at the concrete wall in front of me. My phone started ringing. Ashley. Then my mom. Then Ashley again. I turned it off. I drove to Garrett's apartment without really deciding to. Just ended up there. His car was in his usual spot. I took the stairs to the 3rd floor. Knocked on his door. He answered holding a beer, wearing sweatpants and an old college t-shirt. Hey man, what's up? Thought you'd be at the hospital celebrating. I punched him. Not hard enough to break anything, but hard enough that he stumbled back into his apartment. His beer hit the floor, foam going everywhere. What the fuck? He was holding his jaw. Ashley's baby. Is he yours? Garrett's face told me everything I needed to know. How did you... Blood type. AB positive. Impossible for 2 O positive parents. But you're AB positive, aren't you? He didn't answer. I asked you a question. Yeah, he said quietly. I'm AB positive. How long have you been sleeping with my wife? It's not like we planned it. It just happened. I laughed. Same thing Ashley said. Like they'd rehearsed it. It just happened. For a year. Multiple trips to Denver. Hundreds of dollars transferred. Photos of you touching her pregnant stomach. All of that just happened. I wanted to tell you, but you didn't. She said you couldn't handle it. That you'd been so stressed with work and trying for a baby. She didn't want to hurt you. So she let me think I was about to become a father. Let me buy baby furniture. Let me paint the nursery. Let me sit through childbirth classes learning how to be a good dad. And you just went along with it. Garrett sat down on his couch. I love her. You love her. Yeah, my wife. I know it's fucked up. I picked up his beer bottle from the floor, still half full, threw it at the wall behind him. It exploded, beer and glass everywhere. You have no idea how fucked up it is. I'm sorry. You're sorry. Great. That fixes everything. I turned to leave. Garrett stood up. What are you gonna do? I don't know, but you and Ashley can figure out your own shit. I'm done. I left him standing there in his living room, surrounded by broken glass. Drove around for hours. Ended up at my buddy Felix's place around 9 p.m. He took one look at my face and got me a beer. What happened? I told him everything. The blood type, the envelope, the photos, Garrett. All of it. Felix didn't say anything for a long time. Just sat there drinking his beer, shaking his head. "You need a lawyer," he finally said. "I didn't sign the birth certificate." "Good. Don't. Not until you get a DNA test and figure out what your rights are." "I don't have any rights. He's not my kid. You were there at the birth. You're married to his mother. You might have rights you don't even know about, and you definitely need to protect yourself financially. If she's been transferring money out of your accounts, you need to lock that shit down." He was right. I called my bank's after-hours number, froze our joint account, changed my password, made sure Ashley couldn't take out any more money. Then I called a lawyer, left a voicemail. It was almost 10 p.m., but I didn't care. My phone had 47 missed calls. My mom, Ashley, Garrett, Ashley's parents. I listened to one voicemail from Ashley. "Please come back. We need to talk about this. I know you're upset, but we can work through it. For Nathan. Please. For Nathan. The baby that wasn't mine. The baby she'd let me believe was mine for 9 months while she slept with my brother." I deleted the voicemail. Felix let me crash on his couch. I didn't sleep. Just stared at his ceiling, thinking about every moment of the past year. Every time Ashley had been on her phone. Every time she'd gone somewhere without me. Every excuse about working late or having dinner with friends. The Denver trips. She'd shown me photos from the conference. But now I wondered if those were even real, or if she'd just downloaded stock images from the conference website. How many lies? How many times had she looked me in the eyes and lied? My lawyer called back at 8 a.m. Her name was Denise. She sounded professional and sympathetic at the same time. "I can see you at 11 if you can make it." I could make it. Denise's office was in a strip mall next to a nail salon and a pizza place. Not fancy, but Felix had said she was good. She was maybe 50, with gray hair pulled back and reading glasses on a chain. "Tell me what happened," she said. I told her everything again. She took notes. "First thing, you made the right call not signing that birth certificate. In this state, signing acknowledges paternity and gives you legal obligations even if the child isn't biologically yours. What about DNA testing? We can request that, but given what you've told me about the blood types, it sounds pretty clear-cut. The question is what you want to do next." "I want a divorce." "Okay, we can file. Given the circumstances, you may be able to get an annulment based on fraud, but divorce is more straightforward. What about the baby? What about him? Do you want any custody or visitation?" I hadn't even thought about that. Nathan's face flashed through my mind. 3 hours old, tiny, innocent in all this. "I don't know. That's okay. You don't have to decide right now, but think about it. You've been in this child's life since before he was born. Courts sometimes grant custody to non-biological parents if there's a significant relationship." "I don't want to raise my brother's kid." Denise nodded. "Understood. What about financial support? If you don't sign the birth certificate and a DNA test confirms you're not the father, you won't have any support obligations. But Ashley might try to claim you have some responsibility given that you were present at the birth and presented yourself as the father. I'm not paying for my brother's kid. We'll make sure you don't. What about marital assets?" I told her about the money transfers, the secret account. She made more notes. "We'll need to get bank records. See exactly how much she transferred and when. If she was hiding money in preparation for a divorce, that's going to work in your favor." "How long have you been married?" 3 years. "Any prenup?" "No." "Own or rent?" "We rent an apartment. The lease is in both our names." "Joint bank accounts?" "We had one. I froze it last night." "Smart. Open a new account in just your name. Put your paycheck there. We'll sort out the joint assets in the divorce." "Any other major purchases or debts?" "We have 2 cars. Mine is paid off. Hers has about $8,000 left on the loan. We'll deal with that in the settlement." "What about her family? Are they going to be a problem?" "Her parents are probably pissed. They were at the hospital, but I don't care." "Your family?" "My mom knows something's wrong. I haven't told her details yet. And Garrett is my only sibling, the brother she was cheating with." "Yeah, this is going to get ugly," Denise said. "Family betrayal cases always do. Are you prepared for that?" I thought about Garrett's face when I punched him, Ashley's face when I walked out. "Yeah, I'm prepared." We spent another hour going over details, filing fees, timeline, what to expect. When I left Denise's office, I felt more in control than I had since seeing that blood type. I drove to the apartment. Ashley's car was there. I'd been half hoping she was still at the hospital. She was sitting on the couch in yoga pants and one of my t-shirts. Looked like she'd been crying. Nathan was asleep in a bassinet next to her. "You came back," she said, "to get my stuff. Can we talk?" "No." I went into the bedroom, started throwing clothes in a duffel bag. Ashley followed me. "Please, just give me 5 minutes. I gave you a year. You gave me lies. We're done talking. What about Nathan?" I stopped packing, looked at her. "What about him? He needs a father. He has one. Garrett. Garrett doesn't want to be involved. I actually laughed at that. Too bad. He should have thought about that before he fucked my wife. Don't be cruel. Don't be cruel? Are you serious right now? She started crying, real tears this time. I made a mistake. A year-long mistake. Multiple trips. Hundreds of dollars transferred. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. A lot of choices. I do love you. No, you don't. You don't do this to someone you love. I zipped up my duffel bag, grabbed another bag from the closet for more stuff. Where are you going? Not your problem anymore. We're still married. We have a lease. You can't just leave. Watch me. My lawyer will send you the divorce papers. You'll have to sign the birth certificate yourself since I'm not Nathan's father. The hospital needs a father's signature. Then get Garrett to sign it. He won't. Again, not my problem. I walked past her. She grabbed my arm. Please don't do this. I pulled away. You already did it. I'm just dealing with the consequences of your actions. Nathan started crying. Ashley looked between us, torn. Your son needs you, I said. I left while she was picking him up, threw my bags in my car, drove away from the apartment for what I thought would be the last time. My mom called as I was driving. I answered. Where are you? Leaving. Leaving where? What's going on? Ashley's mother called me very upset. Did Ashley tell her what happened? She said there was some kind of misunderstanding about the birth certificate. It's not a misunderstanding. The baby isn't mine. Ashley's been sleeping with Garrett for a year. There are photos, bank transfers, hotel receipts. It's all real. Silence. Mom, I'm here. I don't understand. Neither did I until yesterday. But the blood type doesn't lie. AB positive from 2 O positive parents is impossible. Oh my God. Yeah. Where's Garrett? At his apartment with a bruised jaw. You hit him? Yeah. Good. That surprised me. My mom was usually the peacekeeper. What are you going to do? She asked. I filed for divorce this morning. Got a lawyer? I'm staying with Felix until I figure things out. You should stay here. In my childhood bedroom? No thanks. The guest room then. It's bigger than Felix's couch. She had a point. I'll think about it. Have you eaten? Mom, you need to eat. Come here. I'll make dinner. I almost said no, but I was exhausted and hungry and had nowhere else to be. Okay, I'll be there in 20 minutes. My mom's house smelled like coffee and vanilla candles. Same as always. She hugged me at the door. Didn't say anything. Just held on for a long time. Dinner was pot roast. My favorite. She'd clearly thrown it together quick, but it tasted like home. Tell me everything, she said. So I did. Every detail. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she sat back in her chair. That boy, she said, meaning Garrett. I can't believe he would do this. Believe it. And Ashley, I thought she was good for you. So did I. What about the baby? What about him? Are you going to... legally he might not be yours, but you were there. You were going to be his father. I was going to be his father based on a lie. I know, but still, that little boy didn't choose any of this. Neither did I. She nodded. You're right. I'm sorry. It's just hard to process. We sat in silence for a while. The pot roast was getting cold, but neither of us moved to clear the plates. What did your lawyer say? She finally asked. File for divorce. Don't sign the birth certificate. Get DNA testing to confirm. Protect my assets. Are you going to be okay financially? I think so. Denise said since the marriage was short and we don't have real assets together, it should be straightforward. The money Ashley transferred is the main issue. How much did she take? I don't know yet. Maybe a few thousand. We're still gathering bank records. My mom shook her head. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Yeah, me too. That night, I slept in my mom's guest room. It was better than Felix's couch, but I still didn't really sleep. Just lay there replaying everything. The next few days blurred together. Denise filed the divorce papers. Ashley was served at the apartment. She called me crying. You're really doing this? Yes. Can't we try counseling? For what? So you can explain why you fucked my brother? I made a mistake. Stop calling it a mistake. Mistakes are accidents. This was a choice. She hung up. Garrett left me a voicemail. We need to talk. Call me back. I deleted it. My mom tried to get me to go to therapy. I told her I didn't need it. She said I did. We argued. Eventually, I agreed to go to one session just to shut her up. The therapist's name was Roland. He had a beard and wore cardigans like he was trying to be Mr. Rogers. His office smelled like lavender. What brings you in today? He asked. I told him. He took notes. How are you feeling about all of this? How do you think I'm feeling? I'm asking you to tell me. I thought about it. Angry, betrayed, stupid for not seeing it sooner. Why do you feel stupid? Because there had to have been signs. I just missed them. Or she was good at hiding them. Same thing. Not really. You trusted your wife. That's not stupid. That's normal. I didn't know what to say to that. What about the baby? Roland asked. What about him? You were prepared to be his father. How does it feel knowing you won't be? Relieved. Is that all? I thought about Nathan's tiny face, the little noises he made, mostly relieved. But not entirely? I don't know. I was in that room for his birth. I saw him take his first breath. Part of me thought, I don't know what I thought. That doesn't just go away because of biology. It should. But does it? No, it didn't. And that pissed me off more than anything. The DNA test confirmed what we all knew. Nathan was Garrett's biological son. 0% chance he was mine. Denise filed an amendment to the divorce, adding the test results. Ashley's lawyer tried to argue I should have some custody since I was present at the birth and had intended to parent the child. Denise shut that down fast. He was there under fraudulent pretenses. The mother deliberately misled him about paternity. No judge is going to force custody on a man who was deceived. The divorce moved forward. Ashley wanted half of everything. Denise pointed out that she'd already taken money, committed adultery, and defrauded me about paternity. Your client is lucky my client isn't pressing charges, Denise told her lawyer. We settled. Ashley got her car, her clothes, and half the joint savings that was left after she'd been transferring money out. I got my car, my stuff, and my freedom. The apartment lease was in both names. I let Ashley keep it. I didn't want to live in the place where I'd been lied to for a year. I found a studio apartment across town. Small, but mine. Felix helped me move my stuff. It took one trip. You're really starting over, he said. Yeah. How does it feel? Empty. Work was weird. People knew something was wrong, but I didn't talk about it. A few coworkers asked if the baby had come. I just said it didn't work out and changed the subject. My boss pulled me aside one day. Everything okay? Your performance has been off. Personal stuff. It's handled. If you need time off, I'm fine. I wasn't fine. But I didn't know how to explain that my wife had cheated with my brother and the baby everyone thought was mine actually wasn't. Garrett tried to reach out a few more times. Texts, calls. I blocked his number. My mom asked if I'd talk to him eventually. No, he's still your brother. Not anymore. That's not how family works. Maybe not your family, but it's how mine works now. She stopped pushing. Ashley posted on social media a photo of Nathan with some caption about being a single mom and finding strength in hard times. The comments were all supportive. No one knew the real story. I thought about commenting, telling everyone what really happened. But what was the point? Let her have her fake sympathy. I knew the truth. 3 months after Nathan was born, I ran into Ashley at the grocery store. She had Nathan in a carrier strapped to her chest. He'd gotten bigger, had more hair. Hey, she said. Hey. Awkward silence. How are you? She asked. Fine, you? Managing. It's hard being alone with a baby. I didn't take the bait. Garrett help at all? Her face tightened. No, he wants nothing to do with Nathan. Sounds like him. He said he can't handle being a dad, that it was a mistake. Funny how it's only a mistake when there are consequences. I know you hate me. I don't hate you. I nothing you. She looked like I'd slapped her. I have to go, I said. I left her standing there in the cereal aisle. Didn't look back. 6 months out, I started dating again. Nothing serious. Just coffee here and there. Trying to remember how to talk to women who weren't liars. A woman named Iris. She worked in marketing. We met at a bar. She was funny and smart and didn't ask too many questions about my past. On our third date, she asked why I was divorced. I gave her the short version. Wife cheated. Baby wasn't mine. That's terrible. Yeah. Are you over it? Working on it. We dated for 2 months before she said she couldn't do it anymore. You're still angry. I can feel it every time we're together. She wasn't wrong. After Iris, I tried online dating. Made a profile on 3 different apps. Got matches. Went on dates. All of them awkward as hell. There was Margot. She talked about her ex-husband for the entire dinner. Every single story somehow involved him. There was Bridget. She asked on the first date if I wanted kids. When I hesitated, she said she couldn't waste time on maybes. There was Quinn. She seemed perfect. Great job. Great personality. Great smile. Then on the 4th date, she mentioned she was still technically married. Separated but not divorced yet. I deleted all the apps after that. Felix asked why I gave up so fast. I didn't give up. I just realized I'm not ready. When will you be ready? I don't know. When I stop comparing everyone to Ashley. Or when I stop being afraid they'll turn into Ashley. That's a lot to unpack. Tell me about it. Work kept me busy. I threw myself into projects, stayed late, came in early. My performance reviews were excellent. Kent noticed. You doing okay? He asked one day. Yeah, why? You're here more than you're home. I don't have much to go home to. That's kind of my point. He was right. My apartment was just a place to sleep. I'd barely decorated, didn't have any photos on the walls, just furniture and empty space. I started going to the gym after work. Needed something to fill the hours between leaving the office and going to sleep. Lifted weights until my arms shook. Ran on the treadmill until my legs hurt. Anything to make my body as tired as my mind. One night I ran into someone from high school. Trevor. We'd played basketball together. "Holy shit, is that you?" he said. We got to talking. He was divorced too. 2 kids. Joint custody. "It's rough, man," he said. "But it gets better." "When?" "I'll let you know when I figure that out." We started working out together. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Didn't talk much. Just lifted weights and complained about our ex-wives. Trevor's ex had left him for a younger guy. Someone she'd met at yoga class. "At least you found out before you had kids," he said. "Yeah. I mean, I love my kids. But if I'd known she was going to do this, I would have saved myself the trouble." I thought about Nathan. About the birth certificate I didn't sign. About dodging that bullet. "I almost had a kid," I told him. "Turned out he wasn't mine." "Fuck." "Yeah. How'd you find out? Blood type? She tell you after?" I confronted her. She admitted it. "Who was the dad?" "My brother." Trevor stopped mid-rep, put the weights down. "Your brother?" "Yeah. That's fucking brutal." "Yeah." We didn't talk about it after that. Just went back to lifting. But I appreciated that he didn't pry, didn't ask for details, just acknowledged it was fucked up and moved on. Roland, the therapist, said I needed to forgive, not for Ashley or Garrett, but for myself. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. That's a bumper sticker, not advice. Doesn't make it less true. I don't want to forgive them. I'm not asking you to forget what they did, just to let go of how much space it takes up in your head. Easier said than done. What does forgiveness look like? I asked. That's different for everyone. For some people, it's letting go of the need for revenge. For others, it's accepting that the person who hurt them is flawed. For you, it might be something else entirely. Like what? You tell me. I thought about it for weeks. What would forgiveness look like for me? Not talking to Garrett again. Not being friends with Ashley. Not pretending everything was fine. Maybe just not caring anymore. Not letting their actions define my life. Not checking Ashley's social media to see if she was happy. Not wondering what Garrett was doing in California. Maybe forgiveness was just indifference. I think I'm getting there, I told Roland in our next session. What changed? I realized I was giving them too much power. Every time I got angry, every time I thought about what they did, I was letting them win. And now? Now I'm focusing on myself, on building the life I want. They don't get to be part of that anymore. Roland smiled. That's growth. A year after Nathan was born, my mom told me Garrett was moving to California. Did I ask? I thought you should know. Why? Because he's still your brother. No, he's not. My mom sighed. He made a terrible mistake. It wasn't a mistake. Mistakes are accidents. He chose to sleep with my wife. He chose to get her pregnant. He chose to lie about it. Those are choices. I know. But people make bad choices sometimes, and they have to live with the consequences. I'm one of those consequences. He wants to talk to you. Well, I don't want to talk to him. He's hurting too. That made me laugh. He's hurting? He's the one who did this. I know, but he lost his brother, he lost his family, he's all alone in California. Good, he deserves it. My mom looked disappointed but didn't push anymore. Garrett sent me an email a week later. I didn't read it, just deleted it. He tried again a month later. Deleted that one too. Third email, I opened it. I don't know why. Curiosity, maybe. I know you don't want to hear from me. I know I fucked up everything between us, but I need you to know I'm sorry. I think about what I did every single day. I hate myself for it. I hate that I hurt you. I hate that I lost my brother over someone who didn't even want me in the end. Ashley and I aren't together. Haven't been since right after Nathan was born. She wanted me to be a dad and I couldn't do it. I ran. I always run. That's who I am. A coward who ruins everything good in his life. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't expect you to ever talk to me again. I just wanted you to know that I'm sorry and that I miss my brother, even though I don't deserve to miss him. Garrett. I read it 3 times. Then I forwarded it to Roland without responding to Garrett. What do you want to do with this? Roland asked in our next session. I don't know. How did it make you feel? Angry, sad, confused. Confused about what? Part of me wants to believe he's genuinely sorry. Part of me thinks he just wants forgiveness so he can feel better about himself. Does it matter which one it is? Yeah, it does. Why? Because if he's genuinely sorry, then maybe someday I can, I don't know, not forgive him, but at least not hate him. And if he's just looking for absolution, then fuck him. Roland leaned back. What would you need from him to believe he's genuinely sorry? I don't know. Time? Proof? I don't know. Would anything he could do actually prove it to you? I thought about that. What could Garrett do that would make me believe he was sorry? No, I finally said. Nothing he could do would prove it, because I'll always wonder if it's just for show. So where does that leave you? I guess it leaves me deciding whether I care about his apology or not. Do you? No. I don't think I do. I never responded to Garrett's email. Didn't delete it either. Just left it sitting in my inbox. Unread status removed, but no reply. That felt right. The divorce was final. Ashley had full custody of Nathan. Garrett had signed some paperwork acknowledging paternity, but giving up his rights. So Nathan had a father on paper who wanted nothing to do with him, and a mother who destroyed her marriage to be with that father. I almost felt bad for the kid. Almost. The divorce settlement gave Ashley her car, her clothes, her personal belongings. I got my car, my stuff, and the apartment. We split what was left in the joint account, about $3,000 after she'd drained most of it. Denise pushed for me to sue for the money she'd transferred out, but I didn't want to drag it out. Sometimes the best revenge is just moving on, I told her. You're nicer than most of my clients. I'm not nice. I'm just tired. And I was tired. Tired of fighting. Tired of being angry. Tired of this whole mess consuming my life. The finalization hearing was brief. Ashley and I sat on opposite sides of the courtroom. Didn't look at each other. The judge asked if we'd both read and agreed to the terms. We both said yes. Then I hereby grant the divorce. Good luck to both of you. That was it. 3 years of marriage ended in less than 5 minutes. Ashley tried to talk to me in the hallway after. Can I just say, no? I walked past her. Denise followed. Well handled, she said. Thanks. What are you going to do now? Live my life, finally. I moved out of the studio into a 1-bedroom. Got a promotion at work. Started running in the mornings. Went back to therapy even though I said I wouldn't. Slowly, things got better. Not all at once. Not dramatically. Just gradually. Day by day. I stopped checking Ashley's social media. Stopped wondering what she was doing. Stopped caring. I stopped thinking about Garrett every day. Then every week. Then almost never. I stopped feeling like a victim and started feeling like a survivor. Work became more than just a distraction. I actually enjoyed what I was doing. Got excited about projects. Took on more responsibility. Kent promoted me to senior analyst. Better pay. Better title. Better respect from the team. You've really turned things around, he said. Had to. Couldn't stay in that dark place forever. Most people would have stayed longer. Most people are stronger than me, but I just got tired of being angry. The gym became a regular thing. Trevor and I worked out 3 times a week now. Sometimes we'd grab dinner after. Talk about work, sports, anything but our ex-wives. His kids were doing better. Getting used to the custody schedule. Learning to navigate having 2 homes. It's not ideal, he said, but it's working. I told him about Nathan sometimes. About the blood type. About the kidney transplant years later. You gave him your kidney? Trevor was shocked. Yeah. After everything his parents did? He didn't do anything. He was just a kid who needed help. Most people wouldn't have done that. Most people are probably smarter than me. But I didn't regret it. Not then, not now. 2 years after Nathan was born, I met Sloan. She was a teacher, volunteered at an animal shelter on weekends, had never been married. Why not? I asked on our first date. Never found the right person. You? Found the wrong one. Want to talk about it? Not really. Fair enough. We took things slow. Really slow. I was honest about my baggage. She didn't run. Everyone has a past, she said. Yours is just more dramatic than most. I told her about Ashley on our 5th date, about Garrett, about Nathan, about everything. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she was quiet for a long time. That's a lot, she finally said. Yeah. Are you over it? Mostly. What's the part you're not over? Good question. I think I'm over the betrayal, over the anger, but I'm not over the fear. Fear of what? That it'll happen again, that I'll trust someone and they'll destroy me. Sloan reached across the table and took my hand. I can't promise I won't hurt you. Everyone hurts the people they love sometimes. But I can promise I won't betray you. I won't lie to you. I won't cheat on you. And if something's wrong, I'll tell you instead of hiding it. How do I know you mean that? You don't. You just have to decide if you're willing to risk trusting me. I thought about it. Really thought about it. I want to trust you. That's a start. 6 months in, she asked if I wanted kids. The question hit me like a punch. I don't know. That's okay. We have time to figure it out. But did I want kids? I'd thought I did. Painted a nursery, went to birthing classes, prepared to be a dad, and then it was all ripped away. Or maybe I was relieved it was ripped away. I still didn't know. Sloan didn't push, just let me work through it. We talked about it more over the next few months. What kind of parents we'd want to be, what kind of life we'd want to give a kid. whether we'd adopt or try to have biological children. What if we can't have kids? I asked. Then we adopt, or we don't have kids. Either way, we'll figure it out together. That's what I liked about Sloan. Everything was we, not you or me, but we. We moved in together after a year. Small apartment near her school. She had more stuff than I did. Books everywhere, plants in every window, photos on every wall. It felt like a home, not just a place to sleep. Is this okay? She asked, nervous about moving so fast. It's perfect. 3 years after Nathan was born, my mom got sick. Cancer, stage 3. The diagnosis came out of nowhere. She'd been feeling tired, thought it was just age. Then one day she collapsed. Emergency room, tests, bad news. I visited her every day after work, sat next to her bed while she slept, brought her books she was too tired to read. I'm proud of you, she said one day. For what? For not letting what happened destroy you. It came close, but it didn't. She asked if I'd ever talk to Garrett again. He's in California, it doesn't matter. He's your brother. Mom, I know, but he's still my son too. And when I'm gone, you'll be all the family each other has. I have you. Not for much longer. She was right. 3 months later, she died. Peaceful, in her sleep. The hospice nurse said it was the best way to go. I called Garrett. First time we'd spoken in 3 years. Hello? He sounded surprised. Mom's gone. Silence. When? This morning. I'm coming home. Don't. What? I said don't. I'm calling because she would have wanted you to know. But I don't want you at the funeral. She's my mother too. I know. And you can mourn her however you want. But not here. Not around me. That's not fair. Life's not fair. You taught me that. I hung up before he could respond. The funeral was small. Mom's friends. A few cousins. My mom's bridge club. Sloan held my hand through the whole thing. At the reception after, people asked about Garrett. He couldn't make it, I said. Nobody pushed. Later that night, I got a text from Garrett. I'm sorry about Mom. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I'm sorry for everything. I didn't respond. Sloan found me in the garage at 2 a.m., going through boxes of my mom's stuff. Can't sleep? She asked. There's so much stuff. I don't know what to do with it all. We'll figure it out. You don't have to do it tonight. But I did. I needed to do something. Needed to feel productive. Needed to not think about the fact that my mom was gone and Garrett existed somewhere in California, and I was all alone. You're not alone, Sloan said, reading my mind. You have me. What if something happens to you? Then you'll survive. Like you survived Ashley. Like you survived Garrett. Like you're surviving this. I don't feel like I'm surviving. You are. You're just too close to see it. She stayed with me in the garage until the sun came up. Didn't try to make me talk. Just sat there. Present. Solid. Real. That's when I knew I was going to marry her. I proposed 3 months later. Nothing fancy. Just the two of us at the beach where we'd had our first real conversation. Will you marry me? Yes. Just like that? Just like that. We got married 6 months later. Small ceremony. Just close friends. No family except Sloan's parents. Do you wish your mom was here? Sloan asked the morning of the wedding. Yeah, but she's not. So I'm focusing on who is here. The wedding was perfect. No drama, no surprises, no blood-type revelations or cheating brothers. Just two people who loved each other making it official. Our honeymoon was 2 weeks in Costa Rica. Beaches, rainforests, no phones, no email, no outside world. I could get used to this, I said. We have to go back eventually. Do we? She laughed. Unfortunately, yes. When we got back, real life was waiting. Bills, work, responsibilities. But it was good. It was real. It was ours. We started talking about kids more seriously. Sloan wanted them. I was still uncertain. What scares you about it? She asked. Everything. What if I'm a bad dad? What if something happens? What if the kid ends up hating me? What if none of those things happen? What if you're a great dad and the kid loves you and everything's fine? That seems unlikely. Why? Because nothing in my life has ever been that simple. Maybe it's time for things to be simple. We decided to try. Stopped using protection. Started tracking ovulation. Did all the things you're supposed to do. Nothing happened. Month after month. Negative tests. Disappointment. Frustration. Maybe it's not meant to be, I said after a year of trying. Or maybe we need help. We saw a fertility specialist. Did all the tests. Got all the results. My sperm count was low. Not impossible, but difficult. Probably stress-related, the doctor said. Or genetic. Or just bad luck. Story of my life, I muttered. We tried IVF. Expensive. Painful. Unsuccessful. We could try again, the doctor said. Or we could adopt, Sloan suggested. I wasn't sure how I felt about adoption. Part of me wanted another kid. Part of me was terrified of loving another child that might not be mine. I know that's fucked up. The adoption thing is different. I'd know from the start. But still, the fear was there. Roland said I had trust issues. No shit, Roland.
Have you considered that your fear of adoption might be related to your experience with Nathan? He asked in our last session. Of course it's related, that's obvious. So what are you going to do about it? I don't know. Are you going to let what Ashley and Garrett did control your life forever? It's not controlling my life, isn't it? I stopped going to therapy after that session, then went back 3 weeks later because Sloan said I was being an asshole again. You're right, I told Roland. It's still controlling me. Awareness is the first step. What's the second step? Deciding what you want more, control or happiness. I thought about that for a long time. What did I want more? The safety of keeping everyone at arm's length or the risk of being happy? I want to be happy, I finally said. Then what do you need to do? Let go. Of what? The fear, the anger, the need to protect myself from something that already happened. Roland smiled. That's growth. We started the adoption process, filled out forms, did background checks, prepared our home. It was scary, but it was also exciting. We might be parents soon. Really, actually parents. Not because of biology, because of choice. And maybe that's better. Maybe choosing to be a parent is more meaningful than accidentally becoming one. We'll see. When the doctor confirmed it, I felt excited and terrified in equal measure. What if something goes wrong? I asked Sloan. Then we'll deal with it. What if I can't do this? You can. The pregnancy was normal. No complications. Regular checkups. Everything by the book. But I was a mess. Constantly worried something would go wrong. Constantly checking Sloan's symptoms. Constantly researching worst-case scenarios. You need to relax, she kept saying. I can't. Why not? Because last time I was excited about a baby, it turned into a nightmare. I'm not Ashley, I know, but my brain doesn't care. Roland helped me work through the anxiety, taught me breathing exercises, helped me separate past trauma from present reality. This is different, he kept saying. You know this baby is yours. You know Sloan isn't lying. You know this is real. I know all that logically, but emotionally, I'm still scared. That's normal. Anyone who's been through what you've been through would be scared. So what do I do? Feel the fear. Acknowledge it. Then choose to trust anyway. Easier said than done. But I tried. When Sloan went into labor, I almost had a panic attack in the parking lot. I can't do this, I told her. She was having contractions and still managed to roll her eyes. Yes, you can. Now get me inside before I have this baby in the car. The labor was long. 18 hours. I held Sloan's hand through all of it. Watched her in pain. Wished I could take it from her. Finally, at 3:47 a.m., our daughter was born. 9 months later, our daughter was born. Penelope, 7 pounds, 3 ounces. She had Sloan's nose and my eyes. The nurse handed me paperwork, including the birth certificate. I checked the blood type section, then checked it again, did the math in my head, looked at Sloan, looked at Penelope. Everything matched. She was mine. Actually, biologically, legally mine. I signed my name without hesitation. The relief was overwhelming. I actually started crying right there in the hospital room. What's wrong? Sloan asked. Nothing. Everything's right. Everything's perfect. I held Penelope close. This tiny, perfect person who was absolutely mine. No questions. No doubts. No blood type impossibilities. Just my daughter. Holding Penelope in the hospital, I thought about Nathan for the first time in years. He'd be 5 now. Starting kindergarten, probably. Did he look like Garrett? Did Ashley ever tell him the truth about his father? Didn't matter. That wasn't my life anymore. This was my life. This small, perfect person in my arms. This wife who hadn't lied to me. This second chance I didn't think I'd get. Sloan reached for my hand. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. And I actually meant it. Being a dad was harder than I expected. The sleepless nights, the constant worry, the never feeling like I was doing it right. But it was also better than I expected. The first smile, the first laugh, the first time Penelope grabbed my finger with her tiny hand. All of it. Penelope grew fast, started crawling at 7 months, walking at 11 months, talking before her first birthday. Dada, she'd say, reaching for me. Every single time my heart would melt. Sloan was an amazing mom, patient, loving, everything I'd hoped for. You're really good at this, I told her one night while we were both exhausted from a crying jag. So are you. I'm terrified most of the time. That's how you know you're doing it right. When Penelope was 2, we started talking about having another kid. Are you ready? Sloan asked. I don't know. Are you? I think so. But only if you are. I thought about it. Really thought about it. Let's try. We tried for a year.
Nothing happened. Same problems as before. We could do IVF again, the doctor suggested. Or we could adopt, Sloan said. This time, I didn't hesitate. Let's adopt. The process was long. Paperwork, background checks, home visits, interviews, but we were approved, and now we're waiting for a match. It could take months. It could take years, but we're okay with that. In the meantime, life goes on. Work, family, the daily routine of raising a toddler. Penelope is 3 now. She asks questions about everything, wants to know how things work, why the sky is blue, where babies come from. From their mommies' tummies, Sloan tells her. Was I in your tummy? Yes, you were. What about the new baby? The new baby will come from a different mommy's tummy, but we'll be their forever family. Penelope seems satisfied with that answer. I wonder sometimes if she'll have questions later about adoption, about why some kids grow in their mom's tummies and some don't. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, she's just excited about getting a sibling. Will they like dinosaurs? She asks. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. I hope they like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are the best. Life is good. Not perfect, but good. Work is going well. I got another promotion last year. Kent retired and recommended me as his replacement. You've earned it, he said. The new position means more money, more responsibility, more stress. But it's the good kind of stress. Sloan loves her job, still teaching, still volunteering at the animal shelter, still being the best person I know. How did I get so lucky? I ask her sometimes. You didn't get lucky. You survived. And then you chose to be happy. Maybe she's right. Years later, I still think about that day in the hospital with Ashley and Nathan. The envelope, the blood type, the moment everything changed. Sometimes I wonder who sent it. A coworker who knew about the affair? A friend who couldn't stay silent? Someone who thought I deserved the truth? I never found out. But whoever they were, they saved me from a life built on lies. The thought used to make me angry. Now it just makes me grateful. I found Sloan because I left Ashley. I have Penelope because I walked away from Nathan. I have this life because I chose not to sign that birth certificate. Everything worked out the way it was supposed to. Not the way I planned, but better. Ashley sent me a Facebook message last year. Short and simple. Nathan asks about you sometimes. I tell him you were going to be his dad, but it didn't work out. Just thought you should know. I didn't respond. What would I even say? But I thought about it for a long time. About Nathan growing up without a father. About Garrett abandoning him. About the consequences of other people's choices. Not my circus. Not my monkeys. But still, part of me felt bad for the kid. Garrett is still in California. We're not in contact. Probably never will be. Some betrayals are too deep to forgive. Some relationships can't be repaired. And that's okay. I'm not angry anymore. Not bitter. Just resolved. What happened, happened. I can't change it. Can only move forward. And I am moving forward. With Sloan. With Penelope. With our future adopted child. With the life I've built from the ashes of the old one. It's not the life I planned at 25 when I married Ashley. But it's better. Because it's real. It's honest. It's mine. No lies. No betrayals. No blood type impossibilities. Just love. Real, messy, complicated, beautiful love. And that's enough. Penelope is 3 now. She loves dinosaurs and strawberries and jumping in puddles. She has no idea about the almost brother she doesn't know. About the uncle who doesn't exist in our world. About the wife before her mother. Maybe someday I'll tell her. When she's old enough to understand that sometimes people we trust hurt us. That sometimes life doesn't go according to plan. That sometimes the worst thing that happens leads to the best thing that happens. But for now, she's just a little girl who thinks her dad hung the moon. And I'm just a man who almost signed a birth certificate for a child that wasn't his, but didn't. Best decision I ever made was walking out of that hospital room. Second best was walking into this life I have now. The envelope is still in a box in my closet. Bank statements, hotel receipts, photos of Ashley and Garrett. I keep it as a reminder. Not of what I lost, but what I escaped. Sometimes Sloan asks if I want to throw it away. Not yet, I tell her. When? When I don't need the reminder anymore. She doesn't push. Just kisses my forehead and lets me work through things at my own pace. That's love. Real love. Not the fake kind Ashley sold me. The real kind that doesn't require lies or deception or secret transfers and hidden hotel receipts. If there's a lesson in all this, it's that blood types don't lie. People do. And sometimes, the worst day of your life leads to the first day of your real life. Mine started in a hospital room, staring at impossible letters on a piece of paper. AB positive. 2 letters and a symbol that changed everything. Update. 8 months later. I wasn't going to write another update. Thought the story was done. But something happened yesterday that I need to get out. Garrett showed up at my house. I was in the garage working on Penelope's tricycle, trying to fix the wobbly wheel she'd complained about that morning. Sloan had taken her to story time at the library. It was a quiet Saturday afternoon. Then I heard the doorbell, opened the door, and there he was. 5 years older, grayer, thinner, looked like he'd been through some things. "Hey," he said. I started to close the door. He stuck his foot in the way. "Please, 5 minutes." "No, Nathan needs a kidney." That stopped me. "What?" "Nathan needs a kidney transplant. Ashley's not a match. I'm not a match. We're running out of family to test. I'm not his family. Biologically, you're not. But you're the closest thing to an uncle he has. I'm his uncle. You're his father. Maybe try asking family that actually talks to you. There isn't anyone else. Mom's gone. Dad's dead. Ashley's parents are too old. It's just you." I leaned against the doorframe. "How sick is he?" "Bad. He's been on dialysis for 6 months. The doctors say without a transplant, he has maybe a year." A year? A 5-year-old kid with maybe a year to live. What's wrong with his kidneys? Some genetic thing. The doctor said it was bad luck. Just happened. We stood there in silence. "Why would I help you?" I finally asked. "Not me. Him, Nathan. He's a kid. He didn't do anything wrong." "Neither did I. But that didn't stop you and Ashley from destroying my life." Garrett's jaw tightened. "I know what we did was wrong." "Do you?" "Because you ran to California and pretended it never happened. I think about it every day." "Good. You should. Are you going to at least get tested?" "I don't know. He's dying. That's not my problem." The words came out harsher than I meant them, but they were true. Nathan wasn't my son. Wasn't my responsibility. I owed him nothing. "Please," Garrett said. "Just think about it." "I'll think about it. Now leave." He left. I closed the door and stood there trying to process what just happened. A kidney. They wanted one of my kidneys for the kid who wasn't mine. The kid born from my wife's affair with my brother. When Sloan came home with Penelope, I told her. "What are you going to do?" she asked. "I don't know." That night, I couldn't sleep. Just kept thinking about Nathan. 5 years old, on dialysis, dying. I Googled kidney failure in children, the survival rates, what dialysis was like for a little kid. It was bad, really bad. Sloan found me at 2 a.m. staring at my laptop. "You're thinking about doing it?" she said. "I don't know." "Yes, you do. You wouldn't be up researching if you weren't thinking about it." She was right. He's not my son. I know. I don't owe him anything. I know. So why do I feel like I should do this? Sloan sat down next to me. "Because you're a good person. Better than Garrett. Better than Ashley. And that little boy didn't choose any of this." "Neither did I." "No, but you get to choose what happens next." I made an appointment to get tested. Didn't tell Garrett. Didn't tell Ashley. Just went to the hospital and gave them my information. The tests took a week. I was a match. Not perfect, but close enough. The transplant coordinator called me, explained the process, the risks, the recovery time, what it would mean. "You'd be saving his life," she said. "I know. When can you schedule the surgery?" "I need to think about it." I called Roland. "Yeah, still see him sometimes." Told him everything. "What do you want to do?" he asked. "I want to not care. I want Nathan to not be my problem. I want to keep living my life and pretend this conversation never happened. But I can't stop thinking about a 5-year-old kid dying because I held a grudge. It's not a grudge. It's legitimate anger at legitimate wrongs. Doesn't matter. If I can save him and I don't, I have to live with that. And if you do save him, then I have to live with that too." Roland leaned back in his chair. "There's no wrong answer here. Whatever you choose, you'll have to make peace with it." I scheduled the surgery for 3 weeks out. Called Garrett and told him. "Thank you," he said. He was crying. "Don't thank me. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it because a kid doesn't deserve to die because his parents are shitty people. I know. After this, we're done. You don't contact me. You don't show up at my house. We're not family. We're nothing. Okay. I mean it. I know. Thank you." I hung up before he could say anything else. Told Sloan that night. She cried. "I'm proud of you," she said. "Why? I'm doing this for some kid who isn't even mine." "Exactly. You're doing it anyway." The surgery was scheduled for a Wednesday. I told work I was having a medical procedure. Didn't give details. Sloan drove me to the hospital. Penelope stayed with Sloan's parents. Ashley was in the waiting room. She looked older too. Tired. She stood up when she saw me. "Thank you for doing this." "I'm not doing it for you either." "I know. But still, thank you." I nodded and kept walking. The surgery went fine. They took my left kidney. 5 hours. When I woke up, Sloan was there. "How do you feel?" "Like someone stole my kidney." She laughed through tears. Nathan's surgery was happening at the same time in another OR. The doctors said he'd be okay. My kidney was already working in his body. Recovery was rough. Pain meds made me nauseous. The incision hurt like hell. I had to stay in the hospital for 4 days. Ashley tried to visit on day 2. I told the nurse not to let her in. Garrett sent flowers. I had them taken away. Sloan stayed with me every day. Brought me real food because hospital food is garbage. Read to me when I was too tired to look at screens. "You did a good thing," she kept saying. "Doesn't feel good." It will. I went home on day 5. Spent 2 weeks on the couch watching terrible daytime TV and taking more pain meds. Sloan took care of everything. Penelope drew me pictures. "Get better, Daddy." 6 weeks after surgery, I got a letter from Ashley. "I know you said you didn't want contact, but I thought you should know Nathan is doing great. The kidney is working perfectly. The doctors say he has a normal life expectancy now. I can't thank you enough for what you did. I know I don't deserve your kindness after everything, but Nathan does, and because of you, he'll get to grow up. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I know sorry isn't enough, but it's all I have. Thank you for giving my son a chance at life." I read it twice, then put it in the box with the envelope from that day at the hospital. Another piece of a story I couldn't quite let go of. Sloan asked if I was going to write back. "No." "Are you okay with that?" "Yeah. I did what I needed to do. The rest doesn't matter." 3 months after surgery, I was back to normal. Working, playing with Penelope, living my life. I don't think about Nathan much anymore. Sometimes I wonder if he knows his kidney came from the man who almost was his father. If Ashley will ever tell him the truth about where he came from. Not my problem. I gave him a kidney. That's all I owe him. Last week, Penelope asked why I had a scar on my side. "I helped someone who needed help," I told her. "Did it hurt?" "Yeah." "Was it worth it?" I thought about that. About Nathan being alive. About choosing to do something good even when I didn't have to. About being better than the people who hurt me. "Yeah, kiddo. It was worth it." She accepted that and went back to her dinosaurs. Sloan squeezed my hand. "You're a good man." "I'm trying to be. And I guess that's all any of us can do. Try to be good even when it's hard. Try to do the right thing even when we don't want to. Try to move forward instead of staying stuck in the past. I'll never forgive Garrett. I'll never forgive Ashley. But I can live with the fact that I saved their kid. That's enough. Final update. 3 years after the kidney transplant. I thought the kidney thing would be the end of it. Thought I'd done my good deed and could move on with my life. Turns out nothing is ever really over when family is involved. Nathan is 8 now. Healthy. Thriving, apparently. I know this because Ashley sends me a Christmas card every year with a photo. I don't ask for them. They just show up. Last year's card showed Nathan at a soccer game. Smiling. Missing a front tooth. Alive because of my kidney. I threw the card away like I do every year. Sloan fished it out of the trash. "Why do you keep doing that?" she asked. "Because I don't want to see it. He's a little boy who wouldn't be alive without you." "I know, and I'm fine with that. But I don't need annual updates about his life." She put the card on the fridge anyway. It stayed there for 3 days before I threw it away again. Penelope is 6 now. Started 1st grade this year. She's nothing like Nathan. Or maybe she is. I wouldn't know. I only saw Nathan twice. Once when he was 3 hours old, once in the hospital before the kidney transplant when I happened to see him in the hallway. He'd looked at me with these big brown eyes. Ashley's eyes. Asked his mom who I was. "An old friend," she'd said. Not a lie exactly, but not the truth either. Garrett called me 2 years ago. I'd forgotten I'd unblocked his number after the surgery. Stupid mistake. "Hey," he said. I hung up. He called back. I answered just to tell him to fuck off. "Nathan wants to meet you," he said before I could speak. "No. He knows you saved his life. Good for him. He's asking questions about why you did it. About who you are. Tell him I'm nobody. That's not fair to him. You want to talk about fair? Let's talk about fair, Garrett. Let's talk about how you fucked my wife. How you got her pregnant. How you let me think that baby was mine. How you ran to California when shit got hard. You want to talk about fair?" Silence on the other end. "I didn't think so," I said. "Don't call me again." I blocked his number for real this time. Work promoted me to senior analyst last year. More money, more responsibility, more stress. But it's good stress. The kind that comes from actually giving a shit about what you're doing. My boss is a guy named Kent. He's divorced too. We grab beers sometimes after work. Never talk about our ex-wives. Just sports and politics and stupid stuff that doesn't matter. One night he asked about my scar. I'd forgotten it was visible when I reached for the popcorn at the bar. "Surgery," I said. "What kind?" "Kidney donation." "Family member?" Something like that. He didn't push. That's what I like about Kent. Knows when to leave shit alone. Sloan and I started trying for a second kid last year. It's not happening. We've been to 3 fertility specialists. They all say the same thing. My sperm count is low, probably because of stress, probably because of age, probably because of a lot of things. We could try IVF, one doctor suggested. Or we could adopt, Sloan said. I'm not sure how I feel about adoption. Part of me wants another kid. Part of me is terrified of loving another child that might not be mine. I know that's fucked up. The adoption thing is different. I'd know from the start. But still, the fear is there. Roland says I have trust issues. No shit, Roland. Have you considered that your fear of adoption might be related to your experience with Nathan? He asked in our last session. Of course it's related. That's obvious. So what are you going to do about it? I don't know. Are you going to let what Ashley and Garrett did control your life forever? It's not controlling my life, isn't it? I stopped going to therapy after that session, then went back 3 weeks later because Sloan said I was being an asshole again. You're right, I told Roland. It's still controlling me. Awareness is the first step. What's the second step? Deciding what you want more, control or happiness. I thought about that for a long time. My mom's been gone for 4 years now. I still miss her. Still think about calling her when something happens, good or bad. Penelope asks about her grandma sometimes. I show her photos, tell her stories, try to keep her memory alive. Did Grandma like me? Penelope asked last month. She loved you, but she never met me. She met you when you were really little. You just don't remember. That seemed to satisfy her. I never told my mom about the kidney transplant. She died before Garrett showed up asking for help. Part of me is glad she didn't know. She would have had opinions, would have tried to make it a reconciliation thing, but it wasn't. It was just an organ donation, medical procedure, nothing more. Felix got married 2 years ago. His wife is nice. They have a baby now. I'm the godfather. You sure you want me? I'd asked when he asked. Yeah, man. You're the most solid guy I know. I gave my kidney to my ex-wife's kid. Exactly. Most solid guy I know. We don't talk about Ashley or Garrett. He knows the story. Knows I don't want to rehash it. But sometimes he brings up Nathan. Usually when he's drunk. You ever think about him? He asked at his bachelor party. No. Liar. Fine. Sometimes. What do you think about? If he knows the truth. If Ashley ever told him. If he ever asks why his dad wants nothing to do with him. That's on Garrett, not you. I know. But part of me wonders. Nathan is 8. Old enough to notice his dad is never around. Old enough to ask questions. What does Ashley tell him? Does she lie? Does she tell the truth? Does she make Garrett sound like a hero or a deadbeat? Not my problem. I keep telling myself that. Last month, Penelope's school did a family tree project. She came home with a worksheet. I need to fill this out, she said. I helped her. My name. Sloan's name. My mom. My dad. Sloan's parents. What about Uncle Garrett? She asked. I'd mentioned him once. Maybe twice. In passing. What about him? Is he on the tree? He lives far away. We don't see him. But he's still family. Biologically, yes. But family is more than blood. She looked confused. Too young to understand. Just put him on the tree if you want, or don't. It's up to you. She left the space blank. Work sent me to a conference in Denver last year. Same hotel where Ashley had stayed during her work conferences with Garrett. I didn't know until I got there and saw the name. Spent the whole 3 days wondering which room they'd been in, which bed, which elevator, if the staff remembered them. Called Sloan every night just to hear her voice. You okay? She asked. Yeah, just a weird coincidence. You want to come home early? No, I'm fine. I wasn't fine, but I got through it. On the last day, I saw a couple in the lobby, laughing, holding hands. Her hand on his arm exactly like Ashley used to touch Garrett in those photos. I wanted to warn the guy, tell him to check his girlfriend's phone, check her credit cards, check everything. But I didn't, just walked past them to check out. Sloan picked me up from the airport. How was it? She asked. Terrible. Let's never go to Denver. Deal. We decided not to do IVF. Too expensive. Too stressful. We're looking into adoption instead. Met with an agency last week. They asked about our background, our family, our ability to provide a stable home. Any history of mental illness? The social worker asked. I see a therapist. For what? Past trauma. Family stuff. She made a note. Didn't seem concerned. Any criminal history? No. Substance abuse? No. Any biological children? Sloan looked at me. 1, I said. Daughter, age 6. Any other biological children? Previous relationships? I thought about Nathan. Thought about that birth certificate I never signed. No. Not a lie. Nathan wasn't my biological child. Never was. The social worker nodded and moved on. Driving home, Sloan asked if I was okay. Yeah, why? The question about other kids. You hesitated. I was thinking. About Nathan? Yeah. He's not your biological son. I know. So why do you still think about him? I don't know. Maybe because I almost was his father? Maybe because I saved his life? Maybe because some part of me still wonders what if? What if what? What if Ashley hadn't cheated? What if Nathan had been mine? What if everything had been different?
Sloane pulled the car over. We were on a side street near our house.
Do you regret marrying me?
She asked.
What? No. Why would you ask that?
Because you keep looking back at what could have been with Ashley. I'm not looking back at Ashley. I'm looking back at who I thought she was. There's a difference.
Is there?
Yes. I don't miss Ashley. I miss the version of my life where I wasn't betrayed, where my wife didn't cheat, where my brother wasn't a piece of shit. I miss the innocence of believing people were who they said they were. Sloane was quiet for a long time.
I'm never going to be her, she finally said. I don't want you to be her.
But you want what you thought you had with her? No, I want what I actually have with you. Real, honest.
No lies. She leaned her head on my shoulder. We sat there for 20 minutes before driving the rest of the way home. The adoption process is slow. Mountains of paperwork, background checks, home visits, interviews. A social worker named Patricia came to our house last month, looked at everything, asked Penelope questions about her life, about me and Sloane. Is your dad nice to you? Patricia asked. Yeah, he makes good pancakes. Patricia smiled. What about your mom? She's nice too. She reads me stories. Do they fight? Sometimes, about boring stuff like bills. Do they yell? No, Dad gets quiet when he's mad. Patricia looked at me. Is that true? Yeah, I don't yell. Why not? My father yelled. I promised myself I wouldn't be like him. She made a note. After Patricia left, Sloane asked what I thought.
I think we passed. You think? I don't know. I can't tell. We found out 2 weeks later. We were approved as potential adoptive parents. Now we wait for a match. Could be months. Could be years, Patricia said. We're okay with that. We have time. Penelope is excited about the idea of a sibling, keeps asking when the baby is coming. We don't know yet, Sloane tells her. Will it be a boy or a girl? We don't know that either. Can we name it? Probably. I want to name it Rainbow if it's a girl. We'll see. We're not naming it Rainbow. Last week I got an email from Ashley. Subject line, Nathan wants to write to you. I almost deleted it, then opened it. I know you don't want contact. I respect that. But Nathan has been asking about you for 2 years. He knows you gave him a kidney.
He knows you saved his life. His therapist thinks it might help him to write you a letter. You don't have to respond. You don't even have to read it. But I'm attaching it just in case. Thank you again for everything you did. Ashley. The attachment was a scanned, handwritten letter. Dear Mr. Who gave me a kidney. My name is Nathan. I'm 8. I like soccer and Pokemon. My mom said you gave me your kidney when I was little. I don't remember being sick, but my mom shows me pictures sometimes. I look really small. I wanted to say thank you. My mom said I should write this letter. She said you don't have to write back if you don't want to. But if you do want to write back, that would be cool. I have questions. Like, why did you give me your kidney? Did it hurt? Do you miss it? Can you still eat whatever you want? Also, my mom said you used to know her a long time ago. Were you friends? Anyway, thank you for the kidney. My doctor said I'm really healthy now. I'm the best player on my soccer team. Your friend, Nathan. I read it 3 times. Showed it to Sloane. Are you going to write back? She asked. I don't know. What would you say? I don't know that either. The letter is sitting on my desk right now. Has been for a week. I keep looking at it. Keep thinking about what to say. Dear Nathan, your mom is right. We used to know each other. A long time ago. I gave you a kidney because you needed one and I could help. It did hurt. I do miss it sometimes. And yes, I can still eat whatever I want. You're welcome. Is that enough? Is that too cold? Should I tell him the truth? Should I lie? Roland says I should write back.
Why? I asked. Because a child reached out to you. Because ignoring him serves no purpose except to protect yourself. What's wrong with protecting myself? Nothing. But at some point, protection becomes isolation. I haven't written back yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Penelope found the letter yesterday. Read it before I could stop her. Who's Nathan? She asked. A boy who needed help. Is he your friend? No. But he said you're friends. He's wrong. Why did you give him your kidney? Because he was sick and I could help. That was nice of you, I guess. Are you going to write back? I don't know. I think you should. He seems nice. 8-year-olds have no concept of complicated histories. Last night, Sloane and I were lying in bed. What are you thinking about? She asked. The letter. I figured. What would you do? Write back. Keep it simple. You don't owe him your life story. Just a response. What if he wants more than that? Then you set boundaries. But ghosting a kid who just wanted to say thank you, that's not you. She's right. I know she's right. So I'm writing this instead of writing to Nathan. Maybe tomorrow I'll write to him. Maybe next week. Maybe never. But probably tomorrow. Because Sloane's right. Ghosting a kid isn't me, even if that kid is the living proof of my ex-wife's betrayal. Even if seeing his name makes me think about everything I lost. Even if knowing he exists is a constant reminder of the worst day of my life. He's still just a kid who wanted to say thank you. And maybe I can give him that. Not a relationship, not a friendship, just a response. We'll see. 3 months after Nathan's letter, I wrote back, kept it short. Dear Nathan, thank you for your letter. I'm glad you're healthy and doing well in soccer. To answer your questions, yes, it hurt a little, but I recovered fine. No, I don't really miss the kidney. And yes, I can still eat whatever I want. Your mom and I did know each other a long time ago. We were more than friends, but that's a story for another time when you're older. I'm glad I could help you. Take care of yourself. Best, the guy who gave you a kidney. Sent it through Ashley. Figured she could read it first, make sure it was appropriate. She responded the same day. He's going to be so excited to get this. Thank you for writing back. It means more than you know. I didn't respond to that. Nathan wrote back 2 weeks later. Shorter this time. Dear kidney guy, thanks for writing back. My mom read me your letter. She cried a little bit but said she was happy. I told my whole soccer team about you. My friend Jake said kidneys are gross, but I said they're important. Do you like Pokemon? I have 47 cards. My favorite is Charizard. Okay, bye. Nathan. 47 Pokemon cards. Jesus. I didn't write back to that one. Felt like I'd done my duty. Said thank you, got a thank you back, done. But a month later, another letter. Dear kidney guy, are you mad at me? My mom said maybe you're just busy, but I wanted to make sure. I got a new Pokemon card. It's called Mewtwo. It's really rare. Also, I got an A on my science test. We learned about organs. I told everyone about kidneys. My teacher said I did a good job. Okay for real bye this time. Nathan. Sloane read this one over my shoulder. You made a friend, she said. I don't want a friend. Too late. I wrote back against my better judgment. Dear Nathan, not mad, just busy. Congrats on the A and the Mewtwo card. Kidney guy. That opened the floodgates. Nathan started writing every few weeks. Nothing deep, just kid stuff. His soccer games, his school projects, his Pokemon collection. I responded to maybe half of them. Short responses. Never more than a few sentences. Then 3 months ago, different kind of letter. Dear kidney guy, my dad visited yesterday. I don't see him very much. He lives far away. He seemed sad. My mom said he had a hard day. He asked about you. Asked if we write to each other. I said yes. He didn't say anything after that. Do you know my dad? My mom said you guys knew each other a long time ago too. Just wondering. Nathan. Fuck. I didn't write back to that one. Didn't know what to say. Garrett visiting Nathan. Asking about me. The whole thing felt like a minefield. 2 weeks later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered without thinking. Hey, Garrett's voice. I hung up immediately. He called back. I didn't answer. Text message. We need to talk about Nathan. I blocked the number. Ashley emailed me the next day. Garrett told me he tried to call you. I'm sorry. I didn't know he was going to do that. But he's concerned about Nathan getting attached to you. He thinks it's confusing for Nathan to have you in his life when you're not actually family. I told him that's not his decision to make. You and Nathan can have whatever relationship you both want. But I wanted to give you a heads up that Garrett might try to reach out again. Also, Nathan asked why you didn't write back to his last letter. I told him you were probably busy. But if you want me to tell him to stop writing, I will. I know this probably wasn't what you signed up for when you donated the kidney. Let me know. Ashley. I stared at that email for an hour. Showed it to Sloane. What do you want to do? She asked. I want Nathan to be okay, but I don't want to be his. I don't know what I'd be. Pen pal? Uncle? Nothing? You're the guy who saved his life. That's what you are. Is that enough? For who? For Nathan? For you? For Garrett? All of the above. I think you need to decide what you're comfortable with. Set boundaries. Make it clear to everyone involved. I wrote back to Ashley. Nathan can keep writing if he wants, but I'm not his dad or his uncle or his anything. I'm just someone who helped him when he needed it. Make sure Garrett understands that, and make sure Nathan understands that too. I'll write back when I can, but I can't promise regular contact. I have my own family now. And tell Garrett if he contacts me again, I'm getting a restraining order. Ashley responded, Understood. Thank you for being clear. Nathan will appreciate any contact you're willing to give. Nathan's next letter came a month later. Dear kidney guy, my mom explained that you have your own family and can't write a lot. That's okay.
My friend Tyler's dad travels for work and can't call very much either. I just wanted to say I get it. And it's okay if you're busy, but if you want to know, I scored 3 goals last game. It was really cool. Okay, bye for real this time. Nathan, I wrote back. Dear Nathan, 3 goals is impressive. Keep it up. Kidney guy. That's where we are now. Nathan writes every month or so. I write back occasionally. Short messages. Nothing deep. It's weird. It's uncomfortable, but it's manageable. Penelope knows about Nathan now. I told her the simplified version. There's a boy who was very sick. I gave him one of my kidneys to help him get better. Now he writes me letters sometimes to say thank you. Can I meet him? No. Why not? Because it's complicated. Is he nice? Seems like it. Then why can't I meet him? How do you explain to a 6-year-old that her dad gave an organ to his ex-wife's kid that she had with his brother? You don't. Maybe when you're older, I said. She accepted that. The adoption agency called last week. They have a potential match. A newborn baby girl, mother is 16, can't keep her. Are you interested? Patricia asked. Sloan and I looked at each other. Yes, we both said. The process moves fast now. Background checks already done. Home already approved. Just need to finalize paperwork and prepare for placement. Could be ours in 6 weeks. Penelope is over the moon. Already picked out a name. Not Rainbow, thank God. She wants to name her sister Violet. Because flowers are pretty and sisters should have pretty names, she explained. We're considering it. Sloan is nervous. I'm nervous. But it's good nervous. The kind that comes with new beginnings. Nathan sent another letter yesterday. Dear kidney guy, I'm going to be a big brother. My mom is having a baby. She said it's a boy. I'm kind of nervous but also excited. Do you have any kids? My mom said maybe you do. If you do you have any advice about being a big brother? Okay, bye. Nathan. Ashley is having another baby. With who? Garrett? Someone else? I didn't ask. Not my business. But I wrote back. Dear Nathan, congrats on becoming a big brother. I have a daughter. She's 6. And we might be adopting a baby girl soon. My advice? Be patient. Babies cry a lot, but they also need their big brother to look out for them. You're going to be great. Kidney guy. Showed the letter to Sloan before sending. You're getting soft, she said. Maybe. I like it. Don't get used to it. But maybe I am getting soft. Maybe that's okay. Maybe there's room in my life for this weird pen pal relationship with the kid who should have been mine but wasn't. Maybe forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, just means not letting the past control the present. Maybe Roland was right all along. We pick up Violet next month. Penelope has already prepared her room. Pink everything, stuffed animals everywhere. She's going to love it, Penelope keeps saying. I hope she's right. Life is weird. 5 years ago I was standing in a hospital room, staring at a blood type that proved my wife had cheated, holding an envelope that destroyed my marriage, wondering how my life had fallen apart so fast. Now I'm married to someone who actually loves me, have a daughter who thinks I hung the moon, about to adopt another daughter, and occasionally write letters to the kid I almost raised. It's not the life I planned, but it's better than the lie I was living. Ashley sent me a Christmas card last year, photo of Nathan holding a baby, his little brother. Looks just like him. I didn't throw it away this time. Put it in a drawer. Not on the fridge, but not in the trash either. Progress. Garrett sent me a friend request on Facebook last month. I declined it. Some boundaries don't move, but I unblocked his number, just in case. Emergency purposes only. Haven't heard from him. Probably won't. That's fine. We don't need to be brothers again. Don't need to be family. We're just 2 people who share DNA and a very complicated history. And that's enough. Sloan asked me last night if I was happy. Yeah, I said. I think I actually am. Even with all the complicated stuff, Nathan's letters, the adoption, everything? Especially because of all that stuff. It means I survived, moved on, built something new. You're not angry anymore. Not like I was. When did that change? I don't know. Gradually. Somewhere between writing the first letter to Nathan and preparing for Violet. It just faded. I'm proud of you. For what? For choosing to heal instead of staying bitter. I pulled her close. Couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, you could have. But I'm glad you didn't have to. We're picking up Violet tomorrow. Social worker called to confirm the time. Penelope can't sleep. Too excited. Keeps coming into our room asking if it's time yet. Go to bed, Sloan keeps saying. The baby will still be there in the morning. Finally, she stayed in her room. Could hear her talking to herself about all the things she's going to teach her new sister. I'm nervous. More nervous than I was with Penelope. Because this time I know what I'm signing up for. The sleepless nights, the diapers, the crying, the worry, all of it. But also the first smile, the first laugh, the first time she wraps her tiny hand around my finger. All of it. I thought about Nathan tonight. Wondered if he's nervous about his baby brother. if he's excited or scared or both. Wondered if Garrett is involved this time, if he learned from his mistakes, if he's trying to be a better father. Hoped so, for Nathan's sake. Every kid deserves a father who shows up. I'm going to show up for Violet, going to be there for every moment, good and bad. Going to sign her adoption papers without hesitation. Going to be her dad. Really, truly, legally, her dad. And if anyone ever questions whether she's mine, I'll tell them the truth. She is, in every way that matters. Biology is just cells. Family is choice. I chose Sloan. I chose Penelope. I'm choosing Violet. And in a weird way, I chose Nathan too. Chose to save his life. Chose to write back to his letters. Chose to be part of his story even though I didn't have to be. None of it erases what Ashley and Garrett did. Nothing can erase that. But it proves I'm more than what they did to me. I'm the guy who stood up when it mattered, who gave a kidney to a kid who wasn't his, who built a new life from the ashes of the old one. I'm the guy who almost signed a birth certificate for someone else's child, but didn't. And I'm the guy who's about to sign adoption papers for a daughter who is absolutely, definitely, 100% mine. Tomorrow starts a new chapter, new family member, new adventures. Can't wait.